Hey, what's up guys? It's TJ here and welcome to the weekly featured add-on. We're going to be going over gear this week. So last week we went over Corona bags and I feel that these two add-ons really synergize well with each other, and I'll kind of discuss why as we go through this add-on. I'm just going to go through my experiences with it, but if you want to check out all the deep details of gear, you can go on the description page or the webpage for gear, and the developer, the author of it, has created a really good tutorial walkthrough that you can kind of go through and you can learn all the features of it super in depth. But I'm just going to kind of go over what I use it for, what I think most people will use it for, and and I think that it works really well. It's an amazing add-on. I've been using it forever, and I'm excited to just kind of go through it and give you guys a little bit of instruction on it. So as you can see, my UI has changed. It's still Forge UI. I've just done a lot of tweaking to it. This is Val. He's my new spell slinger. Yeah, he looks pretty cool, but that's the wrong show. So let's go into gear. So first things first, we're going to want to pull up our character menu. The character menu has been altered by Carbon. They keep changing it, which means gear keeps on having to be updated. A lot of add-ons are in flux right now. Their updates are almost every day because of the changes that Carbon is making. But it's just awesome that these add-on developers are kicking ass. So a round of applause for those people. Yeah, without them, we wouldn't have these awesome tools that Carbine decided that they didn't need to make. So first things first, let's open up my character menu here and also open up Corona bags. So you'll notice here on Val, I've been leveling him as a heal slinger, and that can be problematic for times when I really need to do some damage and get out there and do quests. Most of the time I've been healing him through dungeons, which is great. But sometimes those dungeon queues don't quite pop. So the first thing that I want to go over is how gear synergizes with Corona bags, the reason why I have it. So I remember talking about my gear bag in Corona bags. Well, you'll notice here now I have heals over all these pieces. So let's go down here. We'll go to gear. It'll be in your drop down menu. We can kind of just go over the UI of it at first. So we have our LAS, our sets basically. So what I'll do is I'll create a new profile in this just to kind of give you guys a heads up on how it works. So let's make this like a PvP set. Even though I don't have any PvP gear, that's a good example. So we'll go PvP set, right? And we'll say all of my healing gear is also PvP gear, which is definitely not true, but we'll say that, right? So now I will switch over to my PvP set. Let's make it, we have our holo swap basically. So we can make it categories. I haven't really worked too much with the holo swap. Yeah, haven't worked with that feature all that much. I don't use it. To me, it's probably something that's awesome, but I haven't done a whole lot of looking into it. So if you guys want to help people out, if you guys do use gear, be sure to leave a comment down below with anything that I might have missed. So what you can do here is you can assign a costume to it. So I don't know what costumes I have. I think 2 is like naked. So we'll just use costume 2, I guess. You can assign a title to it. So whenever you want to be doing PvP, you can have this title on, which is pretty cool. You can also assign a mount to it. And so like say you have a fast mount. I think they're all definitely scaled to the same speed in PvP, I believe. But you can pick whatever mount you want when you go into PvP. So let's say that in PvP I want to do, comes with a mount. So, and then you can also export your set to Wildstar Armory. So pretty cool. But let's start by clearing all this stuff out here, right? Because right now this is everything that I'm currently wearing, and that's the DPS stuff. So we don't want that. That's not true. Our DPS stuff isn't our PvP stuff. Our healing stuff is our PvP stuff. So what's that now? Let's start by assigning. Boom, now we're naked. See how we switched over to this one, and now we're naked. So let's start assigning gear to PvP. Yep. All I'm doing is right clicking and equipping things. But since I have the healing set selected, it's putting everything in the healing set here. Go ahead and get all these equipped. So beautiful. Equip that. Equip that. Equip that. What did I miss? Miss guns. Yeah, let's switch the guns. Oh, I didn't miss guns. What did I miss? Okay, it's a energy shield. Okay, so yeah, energy shield I have still equipped. That's why I couldn't find it in my bag. So let's unequip my energy shield. Go to PvP here. Re-equip my energy shield. Boom, it's PvP. Okay, here we go. We just made a PvP set that puts our second costume on. We can say it gives us the title of... Let's say it gives us the title of Butthead. Because that's pretty funny, right? You run around killing people. People are like, damn, that guy's a butthead. So we'll do that. Yeah. Nobody likes getting killed by a naked dude in PvP. So that's kind of funny. But if you want to have any kind of costume you want, feel free. So that's how you create a profile. Let's go in through the settings a little bit. Let's minimize these by clicking these little bars here. So now we have DPS, heals, and PvP. Pretty awesome. Now, if you do have 3 different sets like this, normally I have 2, and it'll just replace the parts or the gear. But if you want to have 2 sets, you might need to make this like double size in Corona bags. So let's go through some of this UI here. Obviously, create new profile. I used that before. We can show and hide profiles. They're previews. So if you want to just like expand or collapse all of your profiles, that's how you do it. This sandwich button. You can also unlock things, so you can delete profiles here, or you can delete individual pieces. If you're kind of getting something buggy and it won't replace right or whatever, you can just delete it out of there and then redo it. And then here, you just click that to make it to where you're not selecting any of the profiles. So let's sandwich them. Let's select 2. And then it unselected it. See how it changed the color to from green to white? Unselect. Okay. So let's go to the options menu. You can also do this by, I believe, typing /gear config. Let's test that real fast. It could be options as well. Oh, config will bring up this one. Let's see. Gear options. Okay, same thing. So both of the commands are included. You just press that little gear for your settings. Here's your holo swap. Now, the part of holo swap that I use is this part, and it's just a little widget down here that basically gives you selection to your settings. Now, I've been using gear for so long that I am so used to doing /gear1, /gear2, /gear3. I can almost do that faster than finding this. But this can be really helpful for people that are just starting using it, or want to get a little UI presence for it. I still have it up because I think it's pretty classy. If I'm like, if I remember in advance or whatever, I guess I go here. But yeah, /gear, I have them all memorized. So I can imagine that this would be really easy to use if you had a lot of sets. But yeah, if you don't have a whole heck of a lot, then it might be easier to just remember the / commands. I don't know. That's up to you. The options are there. That's the best part. So let's go straight to... Okay, well, let's break it down here. We have holo swap. You can use categories. You can hide in combat. You can, yeah, do all this stuff. So I have not looked into holo swap because this is like a brand new feature that has been added, but I don't use it at the moment. If I look it up, I just woke up. So if I look it up and find that it's something that I really want to use, then I'll definitely make a follow-up video on this. But at the moment, it's just not something. I'm very minimalistic. I use a lot of add-ons, but I use a lot of add-ons that like take things away. So or are features in the back end. So if holo swap turns into something that I really want to use, I'll definitely do a follow-up video on it. But as far as right now, I haven't been using it, so I can't say one way or another if it's awesome or if it's not. So if you want to explore holo swap, you want to do a little bit of details in the comments below, that would be much appreciated. I'll upvote it for the people who are interested. A lot of these are just simply features that you can enable or disable. So migrate, you can disable it. And the Wildstar armor, you can disable it. Watermark, you can disable it. Chat, you can disable it. And then item secure. So this will just prevent salvage if they're in the gear system. I use Corona bags for that. So like with Corona bags here, I have prevent salvage, so it doesn't hurt to have redundancy, but yeah, that's what that is. One vision, don't know what that is. Titles, that's when you can assign titles to your profile. OptiPlates, if you use OptiPlates, you can associate profiles with OptiPlates. Here's a UI panel. So that's basically this. If you don't want to have gear in your UI, I don't know why you wouldn't want to have gear in your UI, but if you don't want it in your UI, you can do that. Mount, don't use LES from mount, so you can take mount out of there. Costumes, you can do the same thing. Builder, you can add it. So you can actually say builder. Oh, it's taking it out automatically. So I don't know what the case is on builder. Associates an LES builder profile with a gear profile. Okay, so I guess if you've made builds, I don't know where this associates to, but it may be a website where you can make LAS stuff, and maybe you can build a build on the website and import it in this way. If that's the case, that's really, really, really freaking awesome. But I don't generally, I play with builds in game. I don't look at the stat, or like the numbers for min-maxing and stuff like that. I'm not a min-maxer. But so that's gear in a nutshell. I didn't want to go too crazy in depth, but it is an add-on that I've been using for a long time. Now, if you do have any problems, make sure you hit the save all profiles, reload UI stuff. That locks down names. I know sometimes when I first started using it, I would make a profile and it would say gear 1. I changed the name, set everything up, and then go play, and it totally didn't. And I would change the name, but it didn't save it. So next time I logged in or whatever, it would say gear 1, and it would throw me off. But if you hit this save button, it should reload it all, lock it down in the settings, resave the files for the user settings in the add-ons folder, and you should be good. So be sure to cram this whenever you make any significant changes. I'm going to go ahead and delete this PvP set because I don't PvP. Yeah, again, guys, this is gear. If you're interested in a cool add-on that helps you swap your LAS, it helps you swap your costume if you want to have a cool costume for certain things, and it swaps your gear sets, this is a great add-on for it. So it synergizes well with Corona bags. Yeah, that's why I use these two in conjunction. I wanted to make gear the gear video right after I made the Corona bags video, because I do feel like they go hand in hand. They work really well together, and they're just two add-ons that just seem like they are made for each other. So guys, if you like this video, please slam a like, share it, show it to your grandma that plays Wildstar or whatever. Much appreciated. Trust me, this add-on would be great for a grandma player. But yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by, watching my video, and checking it out, and hopefully it gave you a little bit of insight into gear, a little bit more insight into Corona bags and why I use them together, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. All right.